Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Allen. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Allen going to try and throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They go back to the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Allen throwing on second down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Green 39! Green 39!
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. On second down, it's McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Now McCoy. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Here comes Nelson. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's a man who started as a Buffalo Bill, Marshawn Lynch. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Last week against Miami for Jordy Nelson, he finally showed up to the party. Weeks 1 and 2, just 5 catches, really dormant, but he exploded, didn't he?
Yeah, he certainly did. 6 catches, 173 yards, and the first touchdown for him in a silver and black uniform after 69 as a Green Bay Packer. Remember back in preseason when the Packers and Raiders played and he caught balls in pregame with Aaron Rodgers, kind of reuniting one more time? It felt like that kind of a day, and he's forging that relationship now with Derek Carr.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. It put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. You go tight. You got tight.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. And here's Allen looking to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Brought down, a Raider sack. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Allen. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oakland Raiders taking the field again here. You wonder how this 0-3 start to the season is affecting their head coach, John Gruden. And you know this a lot better than me, he's a fiery competitor. He didn't envision this the first 3 weeks.
No, of course he didn't. But
and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jerry Hughes in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On second down, Lynch. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. On third down, they go Lynch. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Murphy now to return. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. First down, the run with Lynch. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
On second down, here's Carr. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And some space here. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The give to McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 26 yards. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll set up the screen to Lynch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that 1st down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Carr now on 1st down, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jerry Hughes in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Dancing to his left. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. He finds Roberts, complete. Call it a gain. It
was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 19. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll go again to McCoy. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Carr. Being chased out left. Finds Roberts left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Trent Murphy. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Yeah, this place has notoriously never been kind to visiting field goal kickers. You get those wins that really whip through the inner bowl, not to mention the urban legends about stadium workers opening and closing the tunnel doors. But for whatever reason, this one winds up off target.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Again, it's McCoy. Room here to run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
3-19! 3-19!
This give is to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Brandon, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was you can't score 1 point. All they needed was 2 points. Well, you can't score 2 points on offense. All they needed was at least 3, and they got what they needed.
They got what they needed. Exactly right.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious
Great
as
job,
we say
Pete.
so long from Buffalo.
Wow.